Greetings and salutations, universe. This is Creeta, and this is Omnifactory. Ho ho ho! We have made a little bit of progress in between episodes. Let's put on our spacesuit thingamabobber and let us jump out of this room. Can we just fly up here? I want to check something. Alright, so in the last episode, oh, you can actually start to see it. Up there, we have a blank space in space. And I think that's actually really cool. It's almost impossible to see it, so let's fly towards it. In a moment, you should see... Let's speed a little bit faster. Look at that disc. I like it. Kind of like an alien spaceship is trying to hide itself from onlookers from down below. Made this a lot bigger and made some improvements. This is automated. All right, the whole process is actually pretty clever, I think. We have the TBU fuel in here. Casing incomplete. Oh, I broke some things. Whoopsies. Let me fix that. Doink, doink, and fixed. All right. Are you operational now? You're still turned off because of this fancy thing. So I hooked into this system, and we now have a power monitor, because one thing I noticed is that as we got this comparator would flicker occasionally, and I didn't like how it was acting. So we now are using the power outlet from this redstone torch. If this is between 25 and 95% full, and it works pretty well. Now you'll see that we have a little bit of input, and that's because I think that the power monitor takes about this 5 RF per tick, and that was really bugging me. My brain said that if I left this AFK forever, that I just didn't like that. So Nuclear Craft gives us these RTGs, which is almost like free power, but it is totally negligible. All right. Uranium is only 4 RF per tick, and the best one is Californium. This gives 400 RF per tick, and you have to remember that that this big thing right here, this can provide something absolutely ludicrous at 487,000. So if we compare the two, it's not even really that great. But it makes my brain happy, so leave me alone. Okay, let's talk about what we got going on here. I apologize, I got ahead of myself. You're gonna have to forgive me, right? It didn't really seem like progress. The creation of... Hello? There we go. The creation of granite is pretty straightforward. You just pick granite in the igneous extruder, and I have an augment which makes it so that lava and water are no longer required. Lava isn't required at all, and water was. So this way it just doesn't use up anything. I don't have to even supply it water, and it just operates. From there it gets ground up into thorium dust and black granite dust. Not really too sure what to do with this at the moment, but that's okay. The thorium, as you guys know, gets processed in the thermal centrifuge into isotopes of thorium, thorium-232, which is grabbed using these auto crafters into TBU fuel. Hopefully, I don't know how much that can actually supply, but it's supplying this little system very well. It goes up into this automatically, and then the bad stuff gets sent down here on the green line into the centrifuge. Not bad, the depleted fuel right here gets tossed in the centrifuge and broken down into its tiny clumps of other types of fuel. That can be uranium, neptunium, all sorts of stuff. And then these guys do the same thing. They autocraft. This one makes LEU-235, and this one makes LEU-233. And I've done that for everything except for, because we didn't do it together, berkelium and californium. All right. So I was thinking at the very beginning of this episode, we might as well crank out these two quests, californium, which I need to grab some 252, and it wants 249, whatever that is. Right. So let's grab some Is it in this chest? I might have to do a restart. I have not restarted the server in quite some time. There we go. 252 and 249, maybe 241. And let us do a quick little crafty craft. Yoink. And I think it wanted 249, which is the basic type. 249, 250. Yep. Cool. And then, cool. All we need is the depleted guy. We're going to turn off the auto extract, active with signal, and we're just going to toss this little fella in here. If it wants to respond. Come on. Hello. There we go. All right. Fuel. And it's going to do its thing of basically just burning up that little piece of fuel, and it should pop into here as a depleted guy. Right here, again, we're just wasting the energy. We're just tossing it into this trash can because we don't need it. And all of the cooling in this system is passive, and it does a great job. Depleted guy, and quest complete. Hello. Hey, there we go. Quest complete. Californium. Look at that. I love looking up at the night sky here. Or just space sky? I don't know. But I like it, and that's all that matters. Alright, let's get the berkelium up and running. And for that we need a whole bunch. We want 248, probably made with 247 and 248. That makes sense to me. Oh, and we can turn this back on. So this depleted guy would normally go out of here, through this line, and down into the centrifuge here. And this basically just centrifuges down this fuel type. Everything's laggy right now. That gets pulled into this chest, which then a robot arm moves it into this packager, where everything moves down this system into their respective spots. I am filtering using an ore dictionary filter, so ingot, berkelium. If we look at berkelium, you'll see that these guys are considered nugget, or the little ones are nuggets, and these ones are ingots. So we can filter them pretty well just based on their name. Ingot Cali. I like it. I like that a lot. And we'll set up the exact same system here as we do for all of these. And the wonderful thing is that we actually do have a little bit of overflow, because I think later we will need to use some things like neptunium, melt it down into that stuff for all sorts of things like enriched naquata and stabilized neptunium for enriched sonarium, which we need for solar, which I'm really excited to get into. All right, am I rambling enough? Probably. I hope you guys are all good with that. All right, I'm going to restart the server, and let's see if that fixes it. Oh, that's good. All right, let's get some berkelium. I think berkelium's super easy because there's only 2 types of it, whereas californium, suffice to say that there's a few different types. There's 252, 251, 250, 249. Ay. I should have studied more in chemistry. All right, so these are the first 2 bits of berkelium that we require. Let's turn that into a hockey puck. Yoink, grab the hockey puck, go over to this here machine, which is still taking a little bit of time. And, ooh, we even get to watch the green line this time. We're wasting a teensy bit of RF, but that's all good. The depleted puck, and look at the sky for doodaloo. Hello. Earth to the doodaloo gods. We need 248. I had it in my hand. Alright, doodaloo gods. Can you recognize that? Aha. Doodaloo. Yeah. Ah, that's good. Alright, so momentarily toss that in there. We get a little bit of californium, and everything is fantastic. Put this in here as well, and we're going to reactivate the automation of this system. Now it's really cool when I grab quite a bit of stuff and have it all flow through here. You can hear the ticking away of the radiation. It is fantastic. But we don't really have a whole bunch of machines here. We have basically the 4 that we made last time. Well, no, I added the pulverizer. We have the 3 that we had last time plus the pulverizer, And space is quite empty. Like, literally, have you ever thought about how empty space is? Like, most of the world is nothing. It's mostly just empty. A void. Nothing there. Hello. Alright, so this is the Future Adventures in Fission. It's a really easy quest. We click this button, and we're done. Now, this is suggesting that we basically want to make a lot of reactors so that we can make more of the stabilized stuff. And let's take a quick peek at stabilized. We're going to need all of these things stabilized to basically turn them into omnium. I think a few of them have other purposes, such as the stabilized uranium that we made to make the glowing green blocks of but, you know, a quest is a quest. What else do we got going? We need to make sonarium. So we need stabilized plutonium and curium in an IV or better alloy smelter. Okay, what do we need to do to stabilize things again? I've already completely forgotten. And it wants us to stabilize some plutonium, which is basically just taking liquid from plutonium and fluid solidifying it. So we might want to do that. Get something, basically get a fluid solidifier and a melter as well, because we need the fluid extractor, and then an alloy smelter so that we can take that and turn it into sonarium. Okay. I don't like pumps, but I think we're good. Alright, fluid extractor, boom, and fluid solidifier, boom, and alloy smelter? I don't know about that one. This one might require something that I don't have, but that's not bad. That's just some tungsten. Tungsten 4X, I think. Let's just make a few of those. Boink. I'll make more later, or I'll automate it. I really should do a room kind of like what we had in Russville for tungsten, or tungsten and steel, that is. We want quite a bit of this stuff, and I want a lot of machines at the IV tier, I think. We didn't do a lot in the EV, but that's okay. Now, where do we place these? I don't necessarily want to just have a big conglomerate of mess building off of this section, but it is still related. So maybe that's okay. Maybe we can just take this wire and bring it over here. And that should do. I am using the thickened glass facades, just made out of thickened glass in the Greg Tech style facades. That way, we don't have any accidental electricity flowing through our body. Electrocutions? Yeah, we'll go with that. Extractor, solidifier, alloy smelter, and we're going to make sure that the extractor operates the way that my brain said it should, which is auto output going into that guy. And this little guy, we're just going to put the ball mold on there. We're going to need some, let's see, sonarium. We want to make some plutonium and curium. So, back here, plutonium is right here. We'll grab a stack of that, and some curium. Where did you go? Hello? We're still having chests being a little bit funny, but that's okay. Cool, so toss in half a stack of that. Let's see how fast that goes. That's pretty lickety-split. I like it. At this tier, things start going actually pretty good speeds. So we might be able to do a reasonable chunk of stuff rather than me hitting pause and letting the magic of editing do the job for me as frequently. Now this stuff is a little bit slower, but that's okay. So we might still do a quick little pause. Why is what? Huh? Oh, what? Plutonium? What do you get melted into? 144. Oh, we make 2 with each one. Oh, that's very pleasant. I like that. We're about to make a stack of each then. Awesome. Alright, stabilized plutonium, and here comes our curium. we'll grab just a smidgen of that. Is this one making 4 each? Oh, that's fantastic. I like it. So there we go. Some elements are done. Those are done in different sections of the quest book, I believe. That is fun with fusion. Oh, look at that. That's cool. End game. We're probably collecting some of these right now. So there we go, plutonium, and I'm sure that curium is on there as well. Awesome. So let's toss these into the alloy smelter and see what we get. What sort of speed are we talking here? That is slow. What? 100 seconds at IV power level. That is very silly, but we have another quest complete. So, fun fact, this takes a long time. It takes a very long time to get Sonarium, but, you know, there's a stack of it, and quest complete. Diddaloo! We are going to be using this to make solar soon, but first, I think that we kind of want to wrap up the mid-game here. We have just a few quests left, and I'm going to kind of consider this one just to be a filler quest. Should we do it real quick? Yeah, probably. We'll grab a blast furnace and just do it manually. Can I put that in there? Oh, I can. Nice. Pressurized fluid thingamabobber. Let's see. How do we want to do this? I think we need to jump through here. And we have an output bus and an input bus. Silicone, glowstone. And I think it should be quite quick-ish. But thankfully, with the magic of editing, basically done. There we go. Hope I lined that up right. Alright, glowstone doped boule. We'll be making more of these in the future. Definitely automating it. But for the purpose of the quest, that's done. I want to automate this in space, possibly. I'm not sure. I don't know where I want to do it. But the quest doesn't have to make it automated at that precise moment. And we're still waiting on silicone wafers to finish off, I want to say, in this room. We still have 294 of them. Things are looking a-okay. Alright, back to what we were doing. I want to finish off the mid-tier quest line here. We have a few left, so we can make LUV machine hulls. What is entailed in these guys? LUV machine hull. Do we need anything specific? The vanadium gallium, lumium, polyethylene. There's a possibility that this is doable. Lumium. Why don't we have that in plate form? Is this requiring something special? Cutting machine. Yoink. Nope, that's okay. Cool. Machine hull. Make. There we go. And what do we need for this? We just need the vanadium gallium. Vanadium gallium wires. Probably just going to do that manually real quick, but we definitely want to add the recipes at some junction for that. But for right now, this will do quite nicely. Vanadium gallium. And this is the silicone rubber one, which should be good to wrap it so that we can make a LUV machine hull, I guess down here, because that's where this one is sitting. There we go. Doink. Machine hull. Thank you very much. Quest complete. Haha. LUV machine hulls. I don't think that we're necessarily ready to do much with that, but hey, it's there. What else do we need? We need IV storage. That looks a little bit frustrating. Do we have an EV assembler? We should. Yes, we do. We also have the tin. We should have most of these components, so probably just going to have to get some more Lapotron crystals, which we got previously, and precise laser engrave them. 6 of them. Okay. There we go. Blue lens, 6 Lapotron crystals, and it doesn't look like it'll take too long, but thankfully each one of these is going to give me 3 of these little guys. Alright, so Doink. And, oh, it disappeared as well. So that is giving us 3 engraved Lapitron crystal chips. We need 18 of those to make a single energy orb. Are these things starting to become worth it? Like, that's a good question. That's 100 million, and these guys hold around the same amount for unlimited cosmic power. Tiny living space. It looks like we also need to use this particular wafer to make, or a better one, to make the required power IC wafer. These things require glowstone or Nequata to make these little fellas. A little bit frustrating, but that's okay. And is it going to take too long? I don't think so. Here are our 18 engraved doohickeys and a power IC wafer. Probably just have to cut those up here somewhere. And there we go. I think we should be good. So let's grab the stuff, and there we go. So, which one of these had tin? Tin is this guy. So let's just toss in everything, and then we'll pull out whatever we don't need. It needed to be EV. It needs to be EV. Of course. Alright, that should be doable. We just have to go here, and we'll make it ourselves. So that's power. Is this turned off? Are we out of something? Oh, that's not very good. We're gonna have to fix that. But first, we can toss in the CPU, the power, the engraved thing, the fiber, and the platinum, and that's going to assist us in making, in a little bit, momentarily, what we need. What thing are we out of? Oh. Oh. What do you get used for, sir? We need small piles of gallium, probably? Gallium plates. Okay. Did I never automate that? That is scary, but that's okay. We'll make... There we go. Now we're not out of the thing. So this guy should have everything it needed to make the energy orb. That'll have the quest for us, and we're making circuits again. Crisis averted. Power, storage, complete. Nice. Alright, we have completed everything. I think I'm going to save Warp Core for another time, so if we ignore this quest, all we have left is the micro miner. The only thing is that we never made an EV compressor, so to make these tungsten carbide plate thingamabobbers, I made one at IV tier and got it ready up in space. Whee! Space. And it should, here we go, I hit it right here. Compressor, tungsten carbide heavy plating. Fantastic. Let's jump back to Rustville and see if we have all of the components necessary to make this awesome thing. So we have a whole bunch of stuff here. What was the other thing that we needed? We needed solidified argon, I believe, to make the reinforced mining lasers. Yes. Thankfully, I already did that too, but I forgot about it. So, solidifier, argon, love it, fantastic, gonna write home about it, beautiful. Let's grab everything from this chest, and it should be as simple as grab some more banks, which I made 64 of, along with quartz, thank you, and now, without any questions, we should be able to make a few of the mining lasers, and we're gonna have to get rid of some stuff so that we can do this craft. I think we should have everything we need. No problems, right? No problems? Maybe? Possibly? Tungsten carbide plated micro miner. We need that. What else? Micro miner energy core. I know I crafted those. I did. Beautiful. There we go. Tier 3, and with that, the end game, or the mid game, is over. Kind of. We're gonna say that it's over. Quest complete. Fantastic. Really gonna have to do that. I'll do that another time, but we should be able to put this in with a basic quantum chest, and it's gonna go on a little questy quest for us to get some good stuff. Why is it not? 20 gemstone, 20, 4 quantum thingamabobbers, basic quantum chest. Does it not have a big enough output bus? Possibly. Output. Output? What is going on here? Let's go with Ivy. Can we make an Ivy output bus? Why not? There we go. Make sure it's facing the correct way. Everything's good. Everything's fantastic. I bet it needs more power. Aha! Can always figure it out somehow. There we go. It's EV power. But we might as well just do IV for the input bus and a CEF with dedicated power. Why not? It should be alright. And now, it should be running. Right? Why not? Why? Why aren't you running? What do you need? That's 914 slots, rocket fuel, tungsten carbide. Is this a tiny one or something? No, the size is correct. My thinking is that there was something wrong with the basic quantum chest, so we're going to do a quick little crafty craft, and there we go. It definitely had enough rocket fuel. Everything is fantastic. It's beautiful. Let's see our goodies. Doodle-doo. Nice. Beautiful. Love it. Fantastic. Look at all of that stuff. Not too sure what we're going to do with it at the time, for the time being, or if any of it is unique. But it is going to help us move forward somehow. I'm sure of it. I do actually want, before the end of this rather long episode, to finish everything. We can go somewhere in the future, but we're going to have all of this warp stuff ready right now. Almost. We need some, which ones? Circuit. We need a whole bunch of these. Let's make about 20 of those to get us started. And we also need, what was that? The sensors. Sensor. EV tier. Make 10 of those. Probably need them. Beautiful. Make 1, 2, go faster! Because I want to fill out this right here. So, momentarily, we will have exactly that. And I think we're good. Warp controller, place it there, and doodaloo. Quest complete. Warp core, and a whole page complete. Do we get a sound for that? Why not? Am I missing a quest here? Doesn't look like it, but we're going to hit claim all, and this page is green. And with that, unfortunately, it is going to have to be the end of the episode. I hope that you all enjoyed this chaotic, rambling mess of what I felt was a rather fun time. We also have a whole bunch of new machines, and we are moving quite solidly, not only into the EV tier, but also the IV. I suppose we were already in EV tier. Anywho, I hope you're doing well, and bye-bye!